Now we'll start the video.
Thanks.
Connector creates opportunities for people with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. On Service Mondays, we highlight a local organization or initiative. On December 11th, learn about Neil Squire Society and the Work BC's Assistive Technology Program. Then on December 18th, join us for our holiday trivia event where you can test your knowledge of traditions, movies, songs, and more. We have a new program starting in December, Creative Writing. Classes will be online Tuesdays at 4 p.m. PT. Wednesdays are Chair Yoga with Bobby Seal-Kabisky. Thursdays are Adaptive Fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are Contemporary Improv Dance Classes with Janice Lawrence. Visit the events calendar on Connector's website, connector.org, for more information and to register for events.
Okay, you can start.
Great, thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to fitness class for today. My name is Julie, and I'm from Ocean Rehab and Fitness, so I'm happy to be here with you today. It's snowing outside where I am anyway, so I don't need to be out there. All right, so we're going to start by focusing on our breathing. And as we usually do, if you are comfortable having your eyes closed, go ahead. If you would prefer to have your eyes open for this segment, that is totally fine. Our first focus is on getting as tall as we can in our chair. So every breath in will bring the crown of your head a little bit closer to the ceiling, and every breath out will be nice and even as a release. Good. So breath in, come tall. Breath out to release. Again. And one more like that. Good. We're going to move our focus to our chest now. Optionally, you can have your hand on your chest just for a little bit of feedback. So we're looking for that rise and fall, expansion through your rib cage with the breath in, and then release with a nice even breath out. So breath in, rib cage expands, breath out to release. We'll do two more like that. And last one. And then we'll move to your belly. Hand on your belly if you like for a little feedback there as well. Breath in, fills up your belly like a balloon. Breath out, uses your core muscles to squeeze belly button towards backbone. Breath in, and an even breath out. Let's do a few more like that. Breath in, core muscles help to squeeze all the air out. Two more. And last one. Good. All right. If you had your eyes closed, you can open your eyes now. I was so excited to get started. I didn't let you know what kind of equipment we're using today. So for today, I'll be using a dowel and I'll be using a set of hand weights as well. If you don't have those things, something else that can space your hands apart, like a broomstick or a cane, or even a towel. And then for the weights, you can always use a soup can or a water bottle or something similar to that if you don't have any weights handy. So those are the two things. Other than that, have some water handy as well. And we'll get started with more movement now. So we'll take a breath in with our shoulders up by our ears, breath out, shoulders down our back. Good, one more like that. Shoulders will stay down your back as you start to add a little bit of side to side movement through your neck. Ear towards one shoulder, back to center, ear towards the other. Setting your own pace here, relatively slow. Just nice even movements. Good, once you come back to center, you can look down towards your lap. Look up to center and then up towards the ceiling, noticing any points that are uncomfortable for you. We're just trying to move within a comfortable range right now. Good. We'll do one more like that. Down to your lap, back to neutral, up towards the ceiling. And then we'll go in small circles. So once you are ready, small neck circles. If there's a spot that feels especially tight, maybe you go slower through that area just to give your muscles time to respond. And then we'll switch directions back the other way. Good, last one here. All right. I want to use some more postural muscles, just warm them up. And it's the muscles that sit between your shoulder blades. We use them when we do our rowing activities with resistance training. But for now, if you can think about squeezing your shoulder blades closer to your backbone and then releasing them away. So squeeze your shoulder blades closer to your backbone and release. So those are your rhomboid muscles that sit between your shoulder blades. Just activating them. And you can notice that this potentially makes you sit up a little bit taller in your chair as well. Maybe even getting a little stretch through your chest. We're going to extend that movement in just a moment. Good, last one. All right, so we're going to continue with the rhomboid warm-up, which is shoulder blades towards backbone, but we're going to add in some arms as well. So first you'll squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then you'll open up through your arms. Let your arms come back to center, and then let your shoulders round just slightly. So shoulder blades squeeze together, open, close up your arms, round your shoulders slightly. So the rounding of the shoulders is very subtle. It's not coming forward too far. It's just enough to release that muscle group. Good, so we'll do 3 more like that. And 2. And last one, shoulder blades squeeze, arms come wide, arms come back to center and release. Good. All right. We're going to focus a little bit lower on our shoulder blades now. So the muscles sit at the base of our shoulder blades. We already potentially use them a little bit as we did shoulders up and then shoulders down your back. But I want you to think about those muscles specifically as your shoulder blades track down your back. So shoulders up should be the easy move. Shoulders down your back, the muscles are engaging to pull your shoulder blades down your back. Good, so we'll do just 1 more like that. And then just as the last exercise, we will add in some more movement. So arms are going to start out front. We're going to go shoulders up, shoulder blades down, arms raise and lower. Shoulders up, shoulder blades down your back, arms raise and lower. So we're going arms up to the front now. And shoulder blades feeling like they're doing extra work to hold your shoulders down as your arms raise. So it'll be maybe a smaller range of motion through your shoulders than you could get if those muscles at the base of your shoulder blade weren't holding in place. Let's just do 2 more like that. And last one here. Good. All right. Now that we have those shoulder blades woken up, we're going to use them just for 1 last exercise and then move on from there. Our next one, we're going to use some chest muscles as well. So that same exercise of bringing your shoulder blades together, that squeeze of your shoulder blades to center, we're going to use that, but then almost do the opposite move with our arms. So I will show you, and then we will continue with that. So shoulder blades squeeze together, arms come to center and release to the side. So I want this to be more chest exercise. Shoulder blades squeeze together, arms squeeze to center, release. Good. Shoulder blades squeeze together, arms squeeze to center and release. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Shoulder blades squeeze, arms to center. Good. And last time here, shoulder blades squeeze together, arms squeeze to center and release. All right. For those of you who use a chest strap to stabilize during exercise, I will be doing a little bit of hinging exercise throughout class, so that is always optional. Do what you can and what feels safe and comfortable for you today. If you need the strap to stabilize and you don't have that on, perhaps now would be a good time to put that in place. And of course, lock down your wheels. We'll be doing some overhead moves, so make sure you're in a safe place to do that. All right. So we're going to wake up our core a little bit more. We did a breathing exercise to start to wake up the core. And now all we're going to do is a little bit of a hinge to bring ourselves slightly forward and back. You can have your hands on your lap for stability or the hands on the arms of your chair. A small hinge. Good. So we'll just do a few more like that. Nice even breaths in and out here. Just notice if you're holding your breath for this and try to change that to a nice even breath in and out. Good. Let's do the last two really slow. Slow hinge, doesn't have to be any lower. And back up. And again, slow hinge. And back up. Good. Let's just get the arms and shoulders moving just a little bit more before we get started into cardio. So we are going to have arms up, elbows up at about shoulder height, fingertips facing forward. I'm going to press one hand down and one hand up, just within a comfortable range. Your shoulders will tell you what that good range is. If it's very small, that is okay. Or maybe as your shoulders warm up, you'll start to find that you have a little bit more range. Good. And then maybe you'll start to change this one a little bit more, like you could grab onto your hands behind your back. Chair backs are in the way for that right now, so we aren't doing that, but just adding a little bit more backwards movement with both your upper facing arm and lower facing arm. Good. Last two. And last one. All right. And one more for shoulders, and we are ready to go. And that will be one arm reaching kind of under your chair and one arm reaching up overhead. So you might do a slight side flex as well. One arm reaching down, one arm reaching up overhead. Side flex is optional. We'll do two more per side. And last one here. Good. And then I'm going to sneak in a bicep tricep warm up really quick before we start. So we're going to press back with open hands and come forward into a bicep curl with closed fists. Press back with open hands, come forward with closed fists. Good, so just turning on those triceps as we press back, biceps as you curl forward. We'll do two more. And last one. All right, good. If you have a dowel or similar stick, now is the time to grab it. I'm also going to grab a quick drink of water, so if you need one as well, go right ahead. And we will get started into cardio. As usual, working at your own pace. So if I'm moving too fast for you, slow it down as much as you need to until you're comfortable. Or if I'm moving too slow, you can definitely pick up the pace. If you like to have some music on in the background for motivation, I am fine with that as long as you are on mute. So you can go ahead and do that as well. All right, so we're just going to go nice, easy kayak paddle to start. For now, I want to use my core muscles to stabilize me so that my shoulders are not rotating, or my spine is not rotating. So my shoulders are not moving from side to side. They are facing forward the whole time. So nice even paddles side to side. Good. So today I'll be alternating some cardio with some more specific moves for now that use the dowel, and then we'll be using some weights for those same muscle groups in a little bit. And most of my class is based on push-pull movements today. Good, so keep going here, a nice even pace, just a little bit longer, and then I'll start to change it up. All right. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to keep with that same core move, so kayak paddle, but this time we're going to focus on pushing the paddle away. So this might take a bit just of brain work to figure out the dynamics of this move, but basically as we're pushing the paddle away, then we can let it rotate and come down. So it's the push, rotate, push, rotate. So I want you to take a little bit more time. It won't look like a really smooth kayak paddle anymore, but I want you to feel that your front shoulder muscles and chest muscles can press that paddle away as your arm extends. So it's a little bit harder move than just the nice fluid move of a forward kayak paddle. We won't do this too much longer, and I'll make it a bit different. That will be a little bit more of an intuitive move. We'll do 2 more per side. And last one. Good. Go back just to a nice even paddle again. If you're looking to get your heart rate up a bit more today, perhaps you're feeling like you're getting a bit warmer through the muscle groups and are able to start paddling a little bit faster. Yes, we'll go here for a little bit longer and then we will change the move again. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. All right, our push-pull will be easier on this round, a little easier to coordinate. Both hands together are going to do the same thing. And actually, we're just focused on the push right now, not the pull. So shoulders are low, chest and front shoulder muscles are going to be engaged. Probably your dowel does not have too much weight to it, so we aren't adding extra resistance, but we can still make those muscles work a little bit harder with a press, active press away, and then an easy pull back in. So actively press away, pull in. Good. Just check in, make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up by your ears as you reach away. Shoulders are down your back. We did lots of warm up on those muscles that support through your shoulder blades. So hopefully you can tune into those and keep your shoulder blades low. Front shoulder and chest muscles doing all the work here. Good. So I would like to do a few more of these. If you need to take a break, that's okay. If you would like to add a little hinge, so getting a little bit more movement and workload through the core into this exercise, go right ahead. If you know that this exercise is better from an upright position without the hinge, that is just fine. Good. Still that active press away, active press, easy pull back. Good. Let's do 2 more. And last one here. All right, if you need to shake it out or open up through your arms and release through your shoulders a little bit, go right ahead. And then we're going back into another paddling sequence. All right, so this time we're going to paddle backwards. So it'll be back paddle to start. Or will it? Let's see if I can get it going. We'll get it going here. There we go. That's harder to do. Good. I can't do it today. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Keep going. Good. Last 3 and 2 and last one here. Oh, wow, that was hard. All right. So we are going to keep both hands on the dowel and go for the pull phase instead. So it will be the exact same exercise that we were doing last, but now we're focused on shoulder blades pulling to center as opposed to chest muscles pushing away. So the reach away will be easy, and then the pull back will be a squeeze. Reach away, squeeze on the way back. Good. So shoulder blades pulling to center on that pull phase. So returning to chest level. Easy reach away. Engage those muscles to pull back. If you need to take a little break here, go right ahead. If you want to add in a little hinge, it is with some consciousness about low back positioning. So I want your core muscles to support you enough that your low back muscles don't have to feel like they take over at all. So maybe you'll hinge away and then squeeze through your shoulder blades to come up tall. So this exercise is not for everyone. If you would like to stay upright in your chair for this one and not hinge, I am good with that. Good. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. All right, and then let's go back to another regular forward paddle for a little bit longer. I'm going to change this one up a bit as we go as well, just for a little bit of variety. So for now, just a nice even side-to-side paddle. Now, if you'd like to add a little bit more workload to this exercise, you might want to start reaching that paddle farther forward with a bit of spinal rotation, if that's good for you. You could also be upright in your chair, doing bigger forward reaches. So a little more like, perhaps rowing than kayaking then. So bringing a little more core into play as we do these bigger paddles. Good. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent. All right. I need another drink of water. If you do as well, go right ahead and we will keep going. We have a little bit more work to do with the dowel. All right. So if we're still focused on pushing and pulling motions, our next one's going to be overhead. Again, if you don't have an anti-tip chair, perhaps you'll be against a wall for this one, as both arms will be overhead, or you'll do one at a time without the dowel if that's safer for you today. So shoulders are low. We're going to do our push function first, which is from chest level, pressing the dowel up and then easily releasing it down. So big press up overhead, release down. Arms do not need to be at full extension for this to be an effective exercise. So whatever feels best for your shoulders. Good. So focused on that pushing away and then easily returning to chest level with the dowel. Press. Good. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake out those shoulders, release through your neck if you need to. Getting ready to do another set of kayak paddles. We'll start, as we have been, with the nice even paddles at lap level, and then I'm going to make these ones bigger. Since our last move was overhead, we'll do some bigger paddles here in a moment. Again, working at your own pace. If you're feeling like you need to take a rest or you need to modify and take down the pace, you are free to do so. Good. If you want to change this up a little bit, we're doing big paddles. Like you have a gigantic paddle that you have in your arms, right? So big side to side strokes. Almost like you're doing a sideways figure 8, elongated figure 8. Good. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent. Shake it out if you need to. Getting ready to do the reverse function of our upwards push-pull. So this one will be up, pull, down. We will use our lat muscles as well as some shoulder muscles to do this one. So shoulders themselves are set down. Our reach up is the easy phase, and our pull down, squeeze, is the hard phase. So maybe you're squeezing onto your dowel to help turn on some of those muscle groups. Elbows are more or less out to the side. It makes it more of a lat exercise, so side back muscles. And taking nice even breaths in and out as you do this. Good. So the reach up is easy. The squeeze and pull down is the work phase here. We're just going to do 2 more. And 1. All right. Probably we'll do 2 more sequences of paddling. So we are almost done this. If you've had about enough paddling, we are almost finished. Back to your regular cadence paddling for now, and then I'll change it up on you again. Good. So if you would like to make a small change to your paddling again, this will be a paddle that comes farther away from your body with each paddle. So you have a few choices here. If you are most comfortable staying upright without any spinal rotation, that is fine. Or you can slow it down enough that you can focus on the move and kind of follow through with your body as you do these big side-to-side paddle strokes. Okay, we'll just do a few more of these. Let's do 3 more. 2, and last one here. All right, so getting ready to do our last push-pull move for now. So this one is going to be with the dowel up at chest level again. And what I'm actually going to do with this one is your arms are both going to follow as one unit to the side because your rear shoulder muscles are pulling to that side. So that's a pull in one direction, a pull in the other direction. So this is not a spinal twist. I'd prefer the focus to be on your rear shoulder muscles. And you can be gripping the dowel enough that you feel like it helps with that muscle engagement. So because the dowel doesn't have much weight to it itself, the way we grip it makes it feel like there's more resistance being built. Good. Last two. And last one here. All right. I promised you one last paddle, right? So let's go, nice even paddle. One more time. And very similar to the last one, we're going to make our paddle strokes bigger to the side, but this time we're going to reach back behind us a little bit. So maybe the paddle strokes will be way back. So almost again, like you're forming an elongated figure eight, but focused on that back reach. Good. Let's do 3 and 2 and last one here. All right, we are all done with the dowel for today. You can set that off to the side. And we are going to be using our hand weights right away. So grab a drink again if you need to, and grab a set of hand weights or whatever you're using for some extra weighted resistance today. Good. So we're going to keep with push-pull type of moves for at least the next few exercises, and then we'll change it up a little bit. For our first exercise, our push phase is going to be using our chest muscles. I want to give them the focus for this exercise. So arms are going to start out to the side. We are going to alternate sides. So one arm moves at a time. Shoulders are low, shoulder blades are set into position to press forward and then press forward. Sometimes we do this exercise a bit faster, but today, to make it a purely pressing exercise, or a pushing exercise, I guess, it will be a little bit slower so you can focus on chest muscles pushing that weight forward. Good. We'll do 2 more like that. And last one. All right, if you need to take a little reset, go ahead and do that. Shake out your shoulders, set your shoulder blades back and down. We are going to move both arms at the same time and do that exact same exercise. The only difference is that maybe they will come just slightly lower at their center point so that the weights meet in center. If you have weights in hand, they'll be clinking, like the base of the weight that's lowest will meet at center. So if you can think about the push again, or that squeeze of your chest muscles, bringing your weights to center, and then an easy release back. Good, we'll do 3 and 2 and last one here. All right. So if that was our push phase, our pull phase is going to be using our back muscles instead of our chest muscles. And that will be our next exercise. Just like we did before, we will do alternating sides to start with. So shoulders are going to be set into position. If you are more comfortable having the weights set on your lap for this one, you can go ahead and do that. Or for a little more workload, the weights can be held out front for the duration of the exercise. So from here, a squeeze and pull back fairly wide. If you need to adjust to clear the arms of your chair, you can make this exercise just a little bit higher if you need to. But we don't want it any higher than low rib cage level, because we don't want our shoulder muscles and neck muscles to try and help in this. We want it to be purely back muscles. Good. Let's do 2 more coming up here. And last one. All right, bring those weights down. I have a choice for you to make for the next exercise. So we're going to use both arms at the same time. If you are comfortable hinging without having your hands to stabilize you in a hinged position, you might decide to do the hinged exercise. If you would rather stay upright for this, that is totally fine. I'll demonstrate the upright version of this first, and then I'll demonstrate the hinged. So shoulders are low, arms are out front, elbows are pulling back, both together, and releasing forward. So the work phase is the squeeze, the pull, and then the release. Or if you are comfortable in a hinged position, shoulders set, weights will be a little bit lower beside your knees, and your elbows will pull back, diagonally back behind you. Good. So whichever one you have chosen here, let's do 6 more together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent. All right. Come up tall if you were hinged. We have a few more weighted exercises to do. Our next one is going to be for rotator cuff, so the deeper shoulder muscle group. And I'm going to keep with the push-pull theme just a little bit here. So you'll have to use a bit of your imagination for this one. But if we're pushing away, it's this motion, right? Away. And then the return is easy. So let's do a few of those alternating sides. It won't look any different than when we do rotator cuffs, just a nice smooth out and in move. But I want it to feel a little bit more focused on the push away. So squeeze, push away, return to center, push. Good, so keep going, a few more. Last one each way here. And then we're going to go right into using both arms together to do the exact same move. So you're going to push the weights away and then easily return them to center. Press and return. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one here. Good. Maybe you need to set those weights on your lap and just shake out through your shoulders a bit or shake out through your neck. I'd like to do that same exercise in reverse, so focused on the pull function instead. So this one will be shoulders set, elbows at your side, and arms out to the side, just at a comfortable distance for your range of motion for your shoulders. So everybody's different here. All right, so if we're doing pull function, we're going to pull that weight in towards us actively and then release it easily back. Pull it in, release back. Doing this slow enough that you can focus on that pull of the weight crossbody. And we'll do one more per side. And we're going straight to doing both sides together. So this time, both weights will pull until they meet at center and then release easy out to the side. Pull to center and release. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one here. Good. Okay, we'll need these weights for one last exercise and then we are done with them for today. Maybe 2. I might sneak in 2 exercises actually, but let's do an oblique exercise first. So that is your side core muscles. They help with side to side movement and stabilization. And that is exactly what we are going to do now. There's no right and wrong amount of movement for this exercise. It's whatever you are comfortable with, listening to your own body. I'm going to have just one weight down to start with. So the other weight can be stabilizing on my lap. If you want to put the weight down entirely so you can stabilize by holding on to your chair, that's fine with me as well. So we are going to side flex towards the weighted side and then use our oblique muscles, our core muscles on that opposite side to pull us back up. And if I was sticking to my theme, this is still a push-pull exercise. Right, because the pull function is coming back up to center. So push away, pull back up. We'll do 2 more on this side. And 1. Good, and then you'll do the same on the other side. So using the weight, or if you found that maybe the weight wasn't helpful as you were doing this exercise and you would rather put it down to focus just on the movement, that is fine with me. Good, so again, hinging, or sorry, not hinging, but side flexing, and then coming back up tall. Let's do just 2 more. And 1. Good, and then if you're comfortable keeping both weights in hand, we will do that as we move to doing side-to-side moves. So one side and then the other, shoulders set in a position. I'd like to do this exercise fairly slowly so we can focus on the muscle groups and make sure that our back is comfortable in this exercise as well. So you're going to side flex one way, pull back up to center, pause for a moment, side flex the other way, up to center. Yeah, we'll do that 2 more times through. And last time right here. And back to center. Perfect. I promised you one last exercise that I was going to sneak in. So this will be our last one, and then we will stretch. We are going to do just a little bit of the paint shaker exercise to finish off our resistance training for today. So that's a small in and out move. Let's keep it fairly slow and steady to start with. If you find that 2 weights in hand is too much, you can always set one down or set them both down and do the motion. Good. All right, let's keep it nice and close to body and start to speed up the move just a little bit. And then I will let you decide what's best for you today. If you are getting lots of core engagement in this smaller move, I would stay there. If you need a little bit more, maybe you're going with bigger moves out and in. So you have to probably slow it down a little bit. Whichever way you're going, let's do 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. We are all done with those weights. Set them away and let's get ready to stretch. All right, so shoulders are low, arms are out to the side. Let's open up through our chest with arms off to the side and return to center. Big breath in as you come wide and breath out to release. Again. And last one. This time as you come to center, come around and give yourself a low hug. So shoulders are low, elbows are low. Staying here, letting your shoulder blades release away from center, so away from your backbone. Good. And then let's open up wide again and bring the opposite arm on top if that's comfortable for you. And from here, we'll change up the move just a little bit. So elbows can lift up a bit without your shoulders raising, and then pull forward just a little. So we're trying to get a little more opening through your rhomboids, the muscles that sit between your shoulder blades. If you like the added hinge, you can go ahead and do that. A nice slow forward hinge and release. Good, we'll do one more there. And then we'll release our arms down. Next will be the backs of our hands, either onto our hips or slid into our imaginary back pockets. So whatever is more comfortable for you. Shoulders are low, chest is up nice and tall. Elbows are going to pull back to open up through your chest a little bit more. Perhaps you'll stay here for a breath or two. And then your elbows can release down to your side. We'll get ready to do that one again. Good. And the next time we do that, we're going to add a little bit of neck release as well. So maybe as your elbows pull back, you'll take some nice even breaths in and out, and you'll look down towards your lap. Back to center and up towards the ceiling. If there's one spot that you'd like to stay for a little longer of a stretch, that's fine. Down to your lap. Back to center and up towards the ceiling. Good. All right, you can unwind yourself from that stretch. We're going to stretch a little bit more through our rear shoulder muscles now. So if you want to take one hand and cross it over to touch your opposite shoulder, we'll pull that arm across. And we will add in a neck stretch here as well. So first focusing on rear shoulder muscles as getting a stretch. And then from here, if you want to add some neck muscle stretch, the side that is currently hand resting on shoulder is the side that you're dropping your ear towards. And then maybe while you're here, you'll look down towards your hip on that same side, just changing the neck stretch slightly. And then coming back to center, unwinding yourself and giving me 3 slow shoulder circles to the back on that side that was just stretching. Good, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So reaching across body for your opposite shoulder, pulling that elbow across a little bit more if you need to get that stretch in through your rear shoulder muscles. And then if it feels comfortable, adding in your neck stretch by tipping your ear towards the side that has your hand resting on your shoulder. Taking some nice even breaths in and out here as well. And then maybe changing your gaze to look down towards your hip on that same side. Good, ease yourself back to center, unwind yourself, and give me 3 slow shoulder circles to the back on that side we were just stretching. All right. The next exercise just fell right out of my head. Let me see what I was going to do. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's focus on breathing so that I don't rush things with our final breathing exercise for today. So you can be comfortably back on your chair if you're not already, and we will focus a little bit on breath here again. A reminder, once we're done class, I'll stay around for a few moments. So if you'd like to stay and ask any questions or just chat for a few, I'm happy to do that. And from here, we will focus on breathing again. So if you would like to close your eyes for this portion, go right ahead. We're going to start just as we did at the beginning of class, focused on the crown of our head, coming a little bit closer to the ceiling with the breath in, and then releasing with the breath out. Nice even breath in, and an equally even breath out. Maybe you have your eyes closed here. It's not necessary. Good, and then we'll change our focus to our chest. Hand on your chest is optional if you like to get that bit of feedback. So breath in, expands through your chest. Breath out to release. Breath in to expand. Breath out to release. We'll do 2 more there. And then we'll move our focus lastly to our belly. Breath in to expand like a balloon. Breath out to squeeze out all the air using those core muscles. Breath in and an even breath out. We'll just do 2 more. Good. If you have your eyes closed, you can open them now. I always end my class with 3 big breaths in, starting down low, reaching for the ceiling. So we will do that together. Big breath in and release. 2 more. And last one. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next week.
Next week.
Work with the customers to find affordable solutions. To do it, we're the replacement window division of one of the largest window manufacturers in North.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
see you guys next week.
All right. Thank you.